Welcome back, adventurers. In today's episode, Bilbo finally takes a bold step, and no, not just into the room. It's a moment where courage clashes with doubt, and something unexpected begins to grow inside him. Are you ready to see Bilbo surprise everyone, even himself? Let's dive in. As soon as I clapped eyes on the little fellow bobbing and puffing on the mat, I had my doubts. He looks more like a grocer than a burglar. Then Mr. Baggins turned the handle and went in. The Took's side had won. He suddenly felt he would go without bed and breakfast to be thought fierce. As for little fellow bobbing on the mat, it almost made him really fierce. Many a time afterwards the Baggins part regretted what he did now. And he said to himself, Bilbo, you were a fool. You walked right in and put your foot in it. Pardon me, he said, if I have overheard words that you were saying. I don't pretend to understand what you're talking about, or your reference to burglars, but I think I'm right in believing this is what he called being on his dignity, that you think I am no good. I will show you. All right, that was a pretty intense little scene, right? Bilbo just walked into something way bigger than he expected. And honestly, I'm proud of him for stepping up like that. But hey, before we go any further, let's take a closer look at some of the words and phrases we just heard. They've got character, charm, and a bit of old school English magic. And while we're diving into the vocab, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment if Bilbo's bravery gave you goosebumps too. Ready for the word breakdown? Let's go. To clap eyes on, someone means to suddenly see or notice them, often with surprise. It's like when you walk into a room and instantly spot the one person you weren't expecting. That moment of, whoa, what's he doing here? Yep, that's clapping eyes on someone. If something is bobbing, it's moving up and down in a light, bouncy way, like a little boat on the waves or someone hopping nervously in place. Picture Bilbo trying to look brave, but sort of bouncing awkwardly on the mat. That's classic bobbing. Puffing means breathing heavily, usually after running or being anxious. Imagine Bilbo, a bit out of shape, huffing and puffing just from the stress of everything happening around him. It's both funny and kind of sweet, isn't it? A burglar is someone who sneaks into places to steal things. Not exactly the role you'd cast a polite little hobbit in, right? That's why everyone finds it so odd that Bilbo is supposed to be the burglar in this crew of tough dwarves. A grocer sells food and everyday goods, like the friendly guy at your neighborhood store. When someone says Bilbo looks more like a grocer than a burglar, they mean he looks too nice and ordinary to be sneaky or dangerous. A mat is a small rug you step on, usually at the door. It might sound boring, but in storytelling, it's where characters pause before stepping into something big, like Bilbo standing on a mat right before choosing adventure. To turn the handle is just opening a door, but in stories, it's a symbolic moment. It's Bilbo literally opening the door to the unknown, stepping into danger and excitement. One twist of the handle can change everything. A time afterwards. This phrase means later on or after some time has passed. It often shows how feelings change over time, like Bilbo looking back and thinking, maybe that wasn't such a smart move after all. To regret something means to wish you hadn't done it. It's that little ache you feel when you realize you made the wrong choice. Bilbo has quite a few of those moments, especially early in the adventure. A fool is someone who acts without thinking or makes silly choices. Bilbo calls himself a fool here, but hey, we all feel like that sometimes when we're overwhelmed or second-guessing a brave decision. To walk right in means to enter boldly, or maybe without thinking. Bilbo didn't tiptoe or knock. He just stepped into the room, which was a big deal for someone so shy and cautious. When you overhear something, you hear it by accident, usually because people didn't know you were listening. It's like catching a secret without meaning to. That's how Bilbo finds out the dwarves are doubting him. Part of me is a very polite way to interrupt or express mild disagreement. It's the Hobbit version of, "Excuse me, but I have something to say." Very proper and very Bilbo. A reference is when you mention or hint at something. In this case, Bilbo is picking up on the dwarves talking about burglars, and he's trying to figure out if they mean him. Talk about awkward. If you're right in believing something, you're confident you've guessed correctly. It's a formal way of saying, "I think I know what's going on here." Bilbo's trying to sound assertive, even if he's not sure inside. Dignity is about self-respect, standing tall even when things are tough. Bilbo might be scared, but he tries to keep his dignity. Like straightening your tie before speaking in front of a crowd. Classic bravery in disguise. And there we have it. Bilbo might have looked like a grocer, but he just took his first real step into a much bigger world. He stood up for himself, even if his knees were probably shaking. I hope today's journey through the story and the vocabulary helped you feel a little braver with your English too. Remember, every small step counts, even if it feels like you're walking right into the unknown. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling us which word or moment stood out to you most. See you in the next episode, Adventurer.